everyone, it's Adam here. I'm on a trip, but I feel really passionate about asking you all for some feedback. Would you like to purchase hard boxes for BMWs? Let's just start with BMWs. I'm trying to think about my market and my captive audience. Here's the thing. There's Touratech out of Germany making these kind of aluminum plated, riveted boxes with some black corners, and they sell to KTM and BMW as the OEM choice for the 1250 and the 1290 bikes. I think also the 790, 890. And there is Touratech making their Zega Pros, and these are a little bit more rugged. They come in black, but they're still the same material. Great for touring, adventure bike riding, great for touring. But you do need to buy their racks. And then you've got a really popular emerging choice, which was Pumat. I think they're made in Romania. Their only USA dealer was ADV Motorrad, and those have gotten kind of expensive, but they are designed in a way that they are a bit more. They can take a little more abuse, but when I've dropped mine a couple of times, they started leaking within a couple of drops, so they weren't built to tight tolerances, but then didn't really. They flexed a little bit out of place too quickly and they started leaking. Hepco and Becker, SW Motec, you've got a bunch of other companies that are doing things. You have Jesse Luggage, which I run right now, and I'm sure they'll see this video. I have some ideas. That's all I'm going to say for now. I have some ideas. I think they do it. They make great boxes. I think my biggest complaint, and again, I'm doing this blindly. I have no clue. My biggest complaint is cost. For what they cost, are they worth that? Well, they are still built in the USA. Labor's expensive right now. Materials are expensive. So I'm coming at this blind, by the way. And then the elephant in the room, the big one, is Moskomoto. But I am a hard box fan. I think there are people out there that like hard boxes. I think that not everyone likes soft luggage. Moskomoto does great stuff. And I'm thinking about buying a set for this bike to replace the Jesse's after this trip. But whenever I have soft luggage, I always have a couple of fears. Overloading them and tearing the fabric, and I overload boxes. I still have a security concern. I know that Pete has tried to knife a Moscow bag on camera, and it's hard to knife through it, but I have security concerns. And I also just don't like that you have to really push everything in there to make them all form-fitted, like put things in cubes and take every ounce of space. Like my boxes, I use every milliliter of space because they're formed. And the soft bags are not formed. You have to kind of break them in. I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, I'm rambling here, but what I was thinking about, this will be its own video, what I was thinking about is I have some design ideas for boxes, and I was thinking about conceptually getting CAD and doing some designs and putting my thoughts to paper with the remainder of my baby bonding break that I'm on right now. And a couple of things I'm just thinking out loud here, just a couple of quick things. The boxes would be slimmer, they would be narrower but taller. So I'm talking like, there used to be some boxes, these are old school boxes back in BMW days where they would open out. They weren't from BMW though, and they were very tall. They would go like hub or below the exhaust up to your pillion seat. but they were narrower. I'll find a picture of them. I'm gonna put them here. Also, that way your crash bars hit first, not the boxes. I like 10-inch wide boxes and 12-inch wide boxes, but I'm noticing they're taking more abuse than they have to because they're hitting the ground before my crash bars. I know, not a problem with Monster Motos. Second thing is locking. There are freaking things hitting me. There are stop hitting me in the face with your stupid thing. Jiminy Christmas. That's annoying. Second, I was thinking about like the locks that Jeep Wranglers use to lock the hoods down. They're rubber and they clamp in there. What if you could buy those in bulk and use those to the clamping to close the lid, and then put a crossbar that closes with like a keyed lock that closes to lock them in place. All you have to do is lock one of them. Just lock the back one as an option. So you could buy them keyed or unkeyed. Some people don't really need to lock their boxes, they don't care. And so you could do that. I do like having mount points in the top for putting like chairs on top and stuff. I would like to put a plate on the inside or outside or top that you can remove that plate, and that plate would be drilled for Rotopacks. So you'd have Rotopacks drilled points already. And I don't want to make a rack. I want to use OEM racks. And what that would mean is starting with a GSA, moving on to Vario, but basically make one box, and then all of the mounting points would be, built to order. So if you order a box and you pick your bike, and then you get a plate, we marry a plate to the box, and I also like a lot of cross members. So like I want reinforcement plates everywhere. I want really thick corners on the inside. I want tapered edges, and then I want longer riveted plates throughout the skeleton of the box that would allow the weight of the box and the mounts of the bike to be stronger. And I was also thinking about like how could you make the bike stronger like without putting like a center support thing in the dead center of it. Like how would you make the box even stronger? I don't know. Something to think about. I would then move on to like KTM's mounting solution and then maybe Africa Twin. And what would be cool actually would be to like partner with shops that would be able to just make mounting solutions for it and give them 80% of their mount, but in the sales, they design and make the mounts and stuff. I just, there's not a lot of money in the motorcycle industry. It's a very crowded market for boxes, but I think that there is a much different way to do this. It'll be like a year of testing, but then finally what I would do is I would say, here's the cost for us to build 50 of these, and just do a Kickstarter to cover the first 50 units cost, and then wait a year, get this out in the wild and get feedback, and use that to make the version 2, which would be the final MSRP cost. So it'd be like a first run for GS Adventure bikes with the OEM racks, and just see how it goes. I don't know. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. So I'd like to hear your feedback. If anyone has done America, USA based manufacturing of stuff like this, I'd like to hear from you. I'm curious what the upfront capital would be to book shop time in a place to get them made. Probably would need to have them built somewhere in the Tennessee, Kentucky area to be centralized for shipping, UPS shipping, and just take advantage of kind of the economic cost of manufacturing in Kentucky or West Virginia. It also would be a boon for folks on the East Coast. You know, it'd be the first company making boxes on the East Coast. Although ADV Motorrad, which is the Vermont importer for the USA, is based out of upstate New York, so that's kind of maybe Hudson Valley, New York. I want to get gas in that town. Anyway, I don't know. Thinking out loud about how much I love hard luggage, but I want to be able to beat the shit out of my hard luggage for years and not to replace it. And basically at this point, I go through a set of boxes every year. And should the answer be Adam become a better rider? Maybe. I'm tired of going through boxes. And frankly, I don't pay for boxes. And that makes me even more upset, because it's like, there's got to be folks out there that have switched over to soft luggage because they're just tired of buying hard boxes. Alright, that's enough of this video. I've talked too long, but I'd love to get your thoughts on this. If you'd be interested, let's say we could build a set of boxes without locks and without the top luggage mount for $1,000 a set that mounted to GSAs, just GSAs. It'd be a 75% savings over OEM and a 15% plus savings over any other box out there that isn't from eBay. And it would be, but you'd be a beta tester. Oh, I love that setup. That's nice. You'd be a total beta tester. Think about it. But made in America, tested by me and my friend Matt for a few months. We beat the crap out of them with a sledgehammer. You know, he's already been building boxes for himself, and so I have some ideas on improvements. And so we want to basically just ramp that up into making 50 sets for GSAs to see how it goes. And maybe it's the GSA box. It becomes the standard GSA box. We don't try to make boxes for any other company, any other provider. It's just, we're GSA riders. These are the GSA boxes. They're the boxes that BMW should be making. And they are, you know, that's it. And, you know, we keep 25 or so in stock, and you can powder coat them any color you want. Any color you want. As long as you have a 1200 or 1250 GSA, and then 1300 GSA will come in a couple years. I don't know. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I'm on my way to Yellowstone today. Have a good one.